Howdy, gang. We're back with episode 3 of the Dad and Buried show. It's me and my man Pete. And this week, Pete, we're going to be taking a shit on co-sleeping.
Co-sleeping. The Adam Levine of parenting.
All right, we're back with episode 3 of Dad and Buried. I hope you've enjoyed the first two. We did just kind of an overarching parenting advice thing and then a Super Bowl thing. Thanks to everybody who's subscribed already. We couldn't do this without you, and we won't do it if the rest of you don't subscribe because...
Get your shit together.
Honestly,
we
right?
Need you.
You're hurting our feelings. So pretty soon, we're on YouTube now. We're going to be on the audio version of the podcast very soon.
It's coming soon.
We're on Patreon, where you can subscribe, and it's basically like we're panhandling, and we need you to feed us.
We're on the subway.
We would really appreciate
And it's
a little bit of help, because you know, if I don't have some kind of monetary incentive to hang out with Pete more than once a week,
there's no point.
There's no point.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Yeah.
But we did not hang out since the last time we were here. So how's your week been going? Did you watch the big game?
I did. The Super Bowl you're talking about.
Yes, the Super Bowl. You can't say I can't say big game because I'm not a sponsor of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
On CBS.
Okay.
That's true advertising facts.
True advertising facts that you're just dropping.
Just dropping knowledge.
No, I did watch the game. It was extremely boring.
And it had the worst possible outcome.
And which was this halftime show that was
oh my gosh,
out of control. What was going on?
Don't get me started.
It was so horrible.
Maroon 5. Maybe next time pick a band that has songs people like. How about that?
It was just like, hey, this is how many tattoos I have. No, now I have extra. So I have more tattoos down here.
I don't have a single tattoo. I'm intrigued by the idea of tattoos, but like I have a hard time choosing a hat. Right, like my indecision, my indecisiveness, right, will stop me. So like, I don't know how you like. At a certain point, you get like your first, your second, and you're into it, and then you're just like, whatever, I'll get anything.
I don't care.
You got a big California.
Yeah,
is he even from California? I guess he is.
Yeah, he's born and raised.
Well, you know what?
Connecticut. Right across.
That would be pretty
abs.
Badass, Connecticut. Yeah, you'd get England or not actually American, right? You that's commie bastard.
Wow. Someone's got to do it, you know.
No one has to do that.
So co-sleeping, this is easily one of the worst ideas ever to come out.
It sucks.
Of anyone's brain.
Almost as bad as hiring
hole.
Maroon 5 for the Super Bowl halftime show.
Really a close second.
So
very close second.
Did you ever co-sleep? How about that? Not talking about like with the baby when like she falls asleep breastfeeding or whatever. Sometimes that happens. I never had like the baby in my bed because it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Except when we were in Ireland.
Okay.
And the baby was on our bed and we left the room. Bonk. Fell on the fucking floor in Ireland. He was totally fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume it was a long time ago. He seems okay, but maybe we totally altered his personality.
His
and
right
we
hand,
never have any idea.
Yeah, his right hand is fine. It's just his left hand has that claw.
Anyway, we did not have to go to an Irish emergency room, but co-sleeping is horrible for many different reasons besides that one.
Yeah, it's just a bad idea. Why would it's sleep, as we all know.
What is this, Star Trek?
Yes, it is Star Trek. That's how we started.
Sleep.
Sleep.
The final frontier.
Well, it is the parenting final frontier. You don't have enough of it.
Okay.
When this kid comes into the world, that's what they take the most from
sleep.
you.
Well, they take so much.
They take so much, but the sleep
money
is
self-worth.
brutal. And so to voluntarily introduce
but that's
poor
not the
sleep
reason parents do it. They don't do it
Why would you do it?
To ruin their own sleep.
Why?
They do it because the kid won't fucking sleep without you, and then they don't want to cry it out because they're scared of being judged by other parents. We cried it out. Fucking godsend.
It's brutal.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's not that bad.
Dude, if you can't handle the crying from the baby crying it out, guess what? You're not going to fucking like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 either, because there's still a lot of crying.
Right.
And you can't cry it out when they're like yelling your name and like getting up and opening doors and stuff.
You know what else it doesn't work? It doesn't work when you try and cry it out.
It
like
worked.
I've been in my room sobbing.
Dude,
and no one.
That's true,
no one
but
cares.
I would love to be placed in timeout. Just leave me alone for a while. Fucking beautiful.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna be in my room.
Yeah, I'm
for a little
placing
bit.
myself
Yeah,
on timeout, which
I'm in
parents
timeout.
can do. Parents can do.
Which parents?
Like the Huxtables,
Yeah,
mostly.
good
Yeah,
call.
and one of them definitely deserves a
Yikes.
major timeout.
Let's take a
Nate
turn.
knows what I'm talking about. You have any idea who the Huxtables are, Nate? Oh my God.
Oh, God.
Nate also did not know what co-sleeping was. So for anyone else who doesn't, I don't know why you're listening to a parenting podcast.
Well, why don't we explain? Co-sleeping is when the child sleeps in the bed with you and your wife.
No. Yes, that is correct.
So
when
I
the
saved
child
that. I really
sleeps
saved that.
in the bed with you and or your wife or husband.
Right.
We're very inclusive here at Dad and Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to say, so the problem, you start it because you want the kid to go to sleep, and then it's like, they're like raccoons who get a taste
like
of
heroin.
trash. They never stop
It's
coming
literally
back.
like heroin.
Yeah, I went with the raccoons thing. You went with Mr. Brownstone.
I went with heroin because you get a little taste. You're like, oh, I was able to sleep one time.
Yeah.
And the kid was in the bed. The kid obviously likes it. And then that's it. And
Well,
then
you're
the
better
next day
off-
You're strung out. You're strung out. You're stealing money. All you just don't want to go to sleep
But this
anymore.
is the thing. As a parent, you're better off never doing it.
Right.
Because for those very reasons. Once you break the seal, it's like that. It's gushing every night. You're just gushing all over the place, and then
Are we talking about the same thing?
yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Right, squirting. Then the problem is I don't know anybody who's okay. So no, we'll get to this, but I don't really know anybody who's never done it once. Right? What if the kid's sick? Look, if you've gone 4 years without doing it and the kid sick's in your bed, that's a little bit different. But once you open that door, once you open that
Once you
Pandora's
set
box,
it up as a paradigm, yeah, it's tough.
I've done it.
You've
I'm not
done
gonna
it.
lie to you. I've co-slept.
What
know
are
what?
you thinking?
I don't know. It's literally ruined my life.
Yeah. Why would
We'll
you
get-
do it now? Currently, you do it now.
So,
Oh God, here we go.
Here we go.
everybody.
So I
Okay,
have an
settle
8-year-old
back,
who
settle in.
we cried it out. He's a fucking champ. He was
Yeah.
sleeping through the night early. He was an amazing sleeper. And he still is a good sleeper. He falls asleep in 2 seconds. He's out. But there's this thing now where he comes up and we've gotten it down so you can't come up until like 5 or 6 in the morning. And then he just comes up.
5 or 6.
5 or 6. We
That-
say 5 or 6. I can't remember which one we're on right now.
6 probably.
Hopefully.
I would hope.
But he'll come up and just for like the last 45 minutes before we have to get up for school,
Oh, it comes in.
he comes in.
Oh, so it's not a full night.
No,
sleep.
but there wouldn't exist if there hadn't previously been some full night sleeps, right? So like Mom and Buried is very much like doesn't want to create the bad habits, but is also like, oh, he's only little for a little while. She's a bleeding heart, like most moms.
Classic.
And all of a sudden the motherfucker's in our bed constantly. He's like kickboxing you in his sleep, and he's like sleeping sideways and diagonally.
Those little elbows.
And getting pushed
What
off
is
the
going
bed.
on? And the feet. Just piss off with your fucking
Oh my god, his feet. My son will legit lie sideways, like an H. This is a thing that kids do.
I think they know how to be dicks just innately, and they just immediately
They're
and
born.
Their head,
They're born dicks.
their heads with their hair just up in your cheek, and you're like, I don't
That
want
actually
your
sounds-
skull.
That sounds quite nice.
No, I don't
Little
want your
hair on your
skull.
cheek. It sounds
on my
tender,
cheek.
like a tender moment with your child.
It's not. It's a.
That's my
horrible,
wife's
horrible
response.
nightmare.
That's my wife's response to it, where it's like,
Yeah.
like, and since she has MS, and if she's sharing a bed with 3 people, and like not having enough sleep fucks up her MS, makes her symptoms worse the next day. But she can't resist. Who's the addict here?
Yeah.
Who's the addict? Sometimes I'll go sleep on the couch
Just to avoid the
just
whole
to
scene.
give her, because if he's in the bed, it gives her some more space. Plus, I can sleep on the couch. Doesn't bug me.
When did it start?
I don't remember. Most of my kids' lives are blurs.
Yeah. Did
Same
you
with you.
did you do it
Sure.
to just your 8-year-old, or did you do it to your toddler?
So
too?
the toddler has not done it at all.
Yeah.
But the toddler, this very weekend, we converted his crib to a toddler bed.
Okay.
He can
Oh,
now
so he can
get
get up,
out at
yeah.
will. Why we don't keep them in cribs until they're 18?
I don't know. It's weird. No one knows.
I don't know who decided on that policy, right? Just keep getting higher, build it taller and taller.
Right.
Because climbing becomes like a hazard. But guess what? build it taller, put some barbed wire at the top. Guess who's not fucking climbing anymore, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, just put a little, you know what you do is they have this little glass, and you kind of break it up, and you just cement
That's a good idea. Like Die Hard, right? He has
and you just
Karl,
like,
Scheistenfenster.
yeah.
When Hans gets mad at Carl because he doesn't understand German, and he goes, shoot the glass. It's fucking great. Die Hard, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I was going to say you put one of those invisible fence collars on the kid. Guess what? You come over the edge of that fucking crib, you're in for a rude awakening, my man. You're zapped. Yeah.
You're zapped.
That'll hurt. I don't know how that affects the rest of the body. Can't be good.
Anyway,
so we converted it to a toddler bed was my point.
Okay.
And he's gotten up from his nap and come up. But like we have a little baby monitor so I could see, and he was awake and standing there or sitting there, and like I think it took him a while to work up the courage to do it by himself, because normally he calls for us and we go get him.
Right.
But then this morning, 4:41.
Oh my God.
But I think it was Detective Munch's, my older kid's fault. I think they woke each other up one way or another, and this is the problem. So if Munch will get up and come up to our room, odds are his little brother hears the pitter patter, which is the biggest fucking misnomer in the history of children. The pitter patter of little feet. Guess what? No,
it's all heel.
It it really is. That's a good way of putting it. I've asked him. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I've said that literally. I've said, hey, what the fuck?
And he's like, Dad, have you been drinking yet?
Obviously.
Not yet.
So they wake each other up. But today was the first day where the toddler just bounds up the fucking stairs, and they're both in the room. And guess what?
It's 4:40.
Detective Munch knows the drill. He just lays down. He just wants to sleep. The toddler,
he's playing. He's
screaming. He wants something to eat. He wants more to eat after he's done eating what he's eaten that I've given him. This morning was literally like just screaming for like an hour. Yeah. And at one point I grabbed him and like I put him. I'm like, you're in GD timeout. That's what I said. I don't want to swear in front of him. I said, you're in fucking GD timeout.
You just
want to take the Lord's name in vain in front of my toddler.
Right.
And I'm like, I set him down, and I'm like, so his school teaches him, he can't speak really well, right? So like a lot of screaming stuff. He's getting much better, but I don't know if that has anything to do with this. But like they say, take a deep breath. They train the kids with whips. Take a deep breath. Calm yourself down. Listen to this fucking hysterical 3-year-old trying to gasp for breath. It's legit. Like, it's hilarious and cute. And he's just like, it's like when you're in a crying fit and you can't breathe and you're like in his face laughing at him. That's what I was doing this morning. Anyway, he calmed down, and it was funny. He calmed down, he stopped screaming, and then I went to the bathroom and he came in and he cuddled my knees while I took a poop. That's a true story. It was a very tender moment, though. He was like, oh, usually he's all up on mommy, right? Not necessarily on the toilet, but probably not. You guys have kids. There's no way you fucking... Okay. Well, I guess what?
All, no
it's 2019. Let the kids in the bathroom. That's the slogan for the podcast.
No.
It's 2019. Let the kids in the bathroom.
No.
What I'm saying is, he's coming up and he's like sitting next to me, like standing there. I'm like, oh, buddy. And you know what? It's fucking bonding time is what it is. Look, truth be told, I wasn't having much success.
Oh, my God.
So, none of that was happening. Anyway,
God,
this took a
so
turn.
horrible.
Co-pooping this
God.
week on Dad and Buried. Anyway, so we're not
this
looking
is
forward
at
to tomorrow morning.
So this is 4:40 in the morning. What time did this all end? I mean, when did the screaming end?
So he came in, he's screaming. I got him something to eat. He sits next to me with his fucking mini muffins, and his brother cannot stand the way this kid chews. He's like, it's so gross. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. I swear at my kids a lot.
Nice.
They slept kind of for a little while. Munch slept. The Hammer, maybe. I don't know. I think I was dozing in and out. And then like 5:30 was the Meltdown City.
Oh wow.
I think something like that.
Well, you got to.
Maybe 6 was the Meltdown City. But then I'm up by then, and then I got to yell at my other kid to come get his goddamn bagel.
Yeah. So when and then of course, your wife just
sits there the whole time. Guess what? She doesn't give a shit.
She doesn't care. It's not her problem. Well, she's with them the whole day, so it's your on.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly.
And I think we're gonna.
That's weird.
You know,
how did I?
I don't know how you know that. Are you married?
No, I don't know. That's
weird. You have children?
Just
it's surprising to me that experience would be universal, since every single dad who has a job listening to this right now is probably never heard of that once, right?
No. But it sounds like you. Well, tell me, are you going to? What's your plan? Are you gonna continue with it,
Well,
or
we
is there a
fucked up
plan?
with Detective Munch. We fucked up big time.
Why can't you? It takes what
It's
is it? What do
hard.
they say? It takes
So here's the thing.
3 times in a row to create a habit, something like that.
Fine. Guess what? Here's the option, right? The
What?
kid comes in your room. Either they wake you up like fucking Frankenstein, staring at your face, if they can get in the room silently, and you wake
Right.
up and you're fucking scared to death, or
like-
they come in and you have to be like, guess what? I'm bringing you down. But my kid comes in 1, 2, and I'm out. The last thing I want to do, I got to bring him downstairs, right? Last thing I want to do is bring him down, and it used to be carrying, right?
He'll come up at 1 or 2 in the middle of the night
when
too?
he's trying to get away with it. Mom and Barry thinks that now he waits until he hears one of us in bed and tries to sneak by the other one. But we go to bed almost at the same time, almost every night.
Right.
But yeah, he plays innocent with her, but the dude's shifty, man.
What are the benefits? Why would people voluntarily? So what you
Well,
just
a lot of these
described.
people like their children and like having the closeness and the intimacy of co-sleeping.
Nobody. That's not true.
That is true.
That's not a real thing.
That's nothing you or I would ever experience,
No.
but some people really do enjoy their child's company.
Really,
They
all
do.
those little elbows and feet and
Look,
hair
man,
on the jaw.
You ever get a snapper from your kid? I got one the other day. It wasn't even in bed. You know what a snapper is? Cover
Fish?
that off the air. Who can tell us what a snapper is, guys?
What, a fish.
Yes, a fish. Did you ever fucking kid ever give you a fish?
Yeah, that's what I want. So what's a snapper?
We're not going to get into it, right? This is a family show, okay?
Okay.
It's when you get hit in the testicles in a certain way, it gives you a stomachache.
Oh well.
I told you I wasn't going to get into it, and you had to push me, you know?
I didn't. I literally.
That is exactly the
asked-
problem. You didn't think.
I didn't think. I didn't think
All
to
right.
ask you. I shouldn't.
None of my
have.
business.
I
You want to
shouldn't have.
push me to answer you.
So, yeah,
got
being
notes.
hit in the nuts. I mean, that's the whole point.
Yeah, it
like
sucks.
you don't
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
My question is why would someone think that this is a good idea?
I told you. Sometimes it's to help the kids fall asleep. Sometimes it just happens.
Have you heard of parents sleeping in the kid's bed?
Yeah, like getting in the
Okay,
crib. Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
in a situation
Look,
where someone has said, I'm putting my kids down, and they will excuse themselves for up to and not including an hour.
Well, a lot of times
While
they'll
they
fall
are-
asleep while you're trying to put the kid to sleep.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything worse.
But I mean,
than
look,
that.
but you would, like, when your kid's maybe a toddler and in a bed, you might go and like lay in bed next to them and read them the book. You're not getting in the crib.
Of course
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
But people,
Yeah,
they
there's a lot of
do
strange
they
people out there.
actually lie in
No
bed
offense.
until the kid falls asleep. That's really where cry
Guess
it
what?
out.
You're
You have to-
wasting your
yeah.
entire life. When
It's
you
so
become a
horrible.
parent, your entire life exists between their bedtime and
Yeah,
your bedtime.
Exactly.
That's fucking
That's
it.
That's all you get.
That's all you get.
That's-
So what are you going to do? You're going to extend your bedtime so you wake up so you feel like shit the next morning? Yeah, a lot of times that's what you're going to do
Yeah.
because that's the price you have to pay. Mama Barry fell asleep on the couch last night. You know why? Because it's fucking Sunday night and she knows deadbeat dad's going to work to provide for the family and I'm not going to be around to do dad stuff except for in the morning when I get up with them and feed them and take them to the bus stop.
Right.
And then in the evening when I clean up everything and put them to bed. I do almost everything except for
The middle
during
of the
those
day.
5 days in the middle of the day. God, I'm glad she doesn't listen to this.
Yeah, I know.
She would not be happy about it.
You're screwed.
But that is it. You have that small window, and as your kid gets older and older, the window dwindles and dwindles. I still put my kids to bed, probably my oldest too early for his age, but he needs to sleep.
Well, how old? I mean, how early?
8.
Yeah, that's not.
He's 8.
That's the perfect time.
I agree. You know what? The perfect time is probably 6, but that ain't that.
We put
That horse is out of the barn.
4-year-old bed at 6 sometimes if he's really tired.
Yeah,
just
well,
do
that's the thing. You got to skip the nap and then do that,
Yeah.
right? And sometimes skipping the nap ain't worth it.
Yeah.
But do you ever co-sleep for a nap? You ever co-nap?
No, I don't like coing anything. In
Yeah.
fact, I don't. Just the other day, yesterday, I was surrounded
Wow.
by all my kids. Each one of my kids, I have 3 kids, asking me something,
each
and
kid?
one of them was hanging on me.
Which one? Was it while you were on the toilet?
It was the youngest.
Don't
no.
lie to the viewers.
No, it was my youngest one.
There's no
And you-
shame in that, man.
What do you mean? While I'm on the toilet?
Yeah.
No, I would never do that.
There's no shame in it.
Well, no, it's not shame. It's I
I
need.
keep forgetting
that's
you're
my
from
time.
England.
It's my
You're-
time. It's
you're-
my only
you're
time that
very
I get.
repressed.
No, not
No,
repressed.
it's okay. We'll talk about it after.
All right. It's the only time that I get is in the bathroom. I'm not about to invite people in.
I didn't invite him. I didn't say, "Hey, everybody,
Yeah, but you seem
come
okay.
on in."
He was
in a
I draw the
hysterical
line.
state. I was trying to calm him down.
Anyway, my point is I really don't even want these kids in it. I've set up a 10-foot perimeter around me.
That's where you get the electric fence.
I need personal space. I had all three of them. Each one of them was touching me in a different part, and I was like, "Get
gross
off me! Yeah, just stop, Dad.
You
Dad,
sound like a mom."
Dad.
I'm saying that the moms have this complaint big time where the kids are. My wife posted a meme about it the other day, which is like, why are you so obsessed with me about the kids? I don't know. Maybe because you love them too much. You know what? Give them a little cold shoulder. Give them the Heisman once in a while, and they're not going to be fucking coming up all in your grill all the time.
I know.
Right?
I don't know if it works, though. I do.
It works
all
for
the
me,
time.
but I think it's because my kids genuinely dislike me.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword.
Is it? Or is it probably
It's
just a
soul
super
edge.
sharp?
It's perfect.
It's probably a super sharp.
I can be
one
pretty
edge.
cutting with my insults, especially to my
Cool.
3-year-old.
I'll wait to hear that. All right. Well, what do people have to say about Cosleeping?
People, huh? Some of our listeners.
You guys. Yeah.
I asked a few people on IG, that's Instagram,
Tight.
about co-sleeping, whether they do it and what the challenges are, and I got some good responses.
Yeah.
This person, this is a U type.
Okay.
She's married to a U type. G Nicole Can 2012. My husband doesn't put up with that shit and immediately boots any kid/dog who tries it.
I'm in.
Right.
Well, Nicole,
You don't have a dog.
I don't have a dog, but I agree with her
Unless
husband.
one of your kids turns out to be a werewolf. I think you need puberty before you find out.
Okay. All right.
You've seen Teen Wolf, right?
I have seen it. That's great.
Pretty much the most serious discussion of the reality of what it's like to be a teenage werewolf.
I agree.
M.L. Chiasen. This will be funny to find out how bad I'm butchering these names. Co-sleeping is garbage, but not sleeping is more garbage, so let's do it. And I agree. This is what I'm saying.
Interesting.
The kid comes in, and you got to get up and bring the kid back. That wakes you up. Physical exertion.
ML Chiasen.
Looking at your phone. No, you just stay there. You just give up.
This sounds like someone who's really kind of torn. Who's they seem
not
like
not unlike myself.
They're in your situation. But what about the breaking the habit? Like how to?
Well,
so you were just talking about crying it out. What about? Don't come up. No more. We're done.
Well, it's hard, right? So there's a lot of things. A lot of people always suggest to me those clocks, right? That the light simulates sun rising or whatever, right?
It's called
we gave Detective Munch a clock, and
it's
we're
called
like,
a
you
lock.
can't come up until this motherfucker says 6 a.m.
Just a lock,
right?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna talk about that, right? So they come up from downstairs, and there's a door at the top of the stairs. I really would like to lock that door.
Yeah.
It's dangerous to lock a door at the top of the stairs, and I'd like to lock our door, and then they just stand there banging on it or wailing like banshees. Right. You can lock their door, but eventually they figure it out when they get a little bit older how to work locks. I don't have a deadbolt, right, to prevent them. But the key is to never do it. Like Magical Marie said, I blame my husband. He let the kids sleep with us. He's almost 6. I want my bed back. This is what happens.
Oh, Magical Marie.
You create a monster. The next thing you know, like LeBethva, you're getting smashed in the face with a cast.
Oh, yes.
That's crazy.
The headbutt, just the full head.
Mama Buried has a black eye as we speak,
Yeah.
but not from co-sleeping, from diaper changing.
Yeah, but just their bodies, they have no idea.
Yeah, no, it's really easy to
big
get injured by your
head,
kids.
yeah.
Like, and when I wrestle with them, sometimes they'll just jump in the air and land right on my
oh my God,
torpedo
when I wrestle,
area.
They love it when I wrestle. I don't hold back.
So
I go full Nelson. I'll have my 4-year-old in a full Nelson. He'll be crying. My 8-year-old, I'll
camel
have
clutch.
She's being held up. They're all crying. Everyone's crying.
Yeah.
My wife, furious. Why are you keep
But
wrestling?
you're like holding one up like Conan on the pile.
They're
of the
all
others.
hysterically crying. The second they stop crying, can we please wrestle again?
Oh,
that was the greatest moment of my life. I love
when
it.
they just want to do it again.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
I get the covers,
just let it
wrap
go.
them up. Yeah, it's so good.
They like to pile pillows and jump on
Yeah.
top of me,
Yeah.
and it allows me to be I'm like motionless. I just
Right.
lay there for a while.
Right.
But my
sucker
8-year-old
them
is
in,
hip to
and
the
then you
game.
just grab them?
Then I grab him and
Yeah.
yank him around. But my 8-year-old is hip to the game, and he wants me now because once or twice I've like sprung up and like jumped on top
Yeah.
of them. When I was a kid, my dad did that a little bit when we were little. And then I just remember asking him to do it a lot and him saying no.
Yeah.
And I'm repeating the exact same scenario.
It's a special
my
time.
back hurts. I've got sciatica, as faithful
my God.
listeners would know. You know what? Guess what?
But I'm
not your tackling dummy, kids.
My favorite thing to do is just a full speed pillow to the face.
Full speed.
Full speed. Just you can almost hear it. Boom.
So here's Megan Burzell, who I think comments on a fair amount of my stuff, and she thinks she's king shit. Because her comment is, put the kid in a crib in his own room first day home from hospital. Hashtag winning. You know what, Megan?
Megan, you are winning.
Thank you for listening.
You are winning.
You're smug.
You are winning.
You're smug. All right?
Like
congratulations. Let's go through all your shit.
Like
There's a couple of things that I do better than you, Megan. It's just the fucking facts.
Good job.
You win this round, I guess?
No, you win at life. You're hashtag winning.
You know what? Fine.
Yeah.
You finally. Yeah. Somebody's going to be in Pete's corner for once.
What about Itzali JK? So many busted lips from kids slamming their faces into mine when they turn over.
That happen to me too much. I become the fun zone is where most of my injuries happen.
Yeah. I don't know how fun that would be for anybody.
It's not fun. That was an ironic name.
I know. But I just the head is like
so
this
do you
big
ever
weapon.
how often do you have all three kids in the bed with you?
Well, on very special occasions like a Christmas morning.
That's weird.
Christmas morning. It's a nice time to have all the
quickly
kids.
Got less weird.
I really recovered it. Well, Mike, unlike you, I'm not going to turn this into a pooping story of some kind as my family gathers around me.
Have some respect. I also talked about snappers.
Spending
a lot of time talking about that
stuff. But I just the whole thing is a big mistake.
I don't
like it.
So this is something I want to bring up. Yeah. Mandy's Crazy Life sent in this comment when I asked about co-sleeping victories and challenges, and she said, my son rolled over in his sleep and puked all over me. I would be fucking out of the house. I don't do puke, right?
That's so...
I'm gone. Like, not only are you never sleeping in my bed again, I'm never sleeping in that house again.
Right.
I'm fucking toast.
Wait,
you're toast.
Do you not deal with the puke?
No, I do.
Yeah.
It sucks
it's
shit.
So horrible.
There's nothing I like
so
less than puking.
It's so disgusting.
And I've said this before, maybe to you. I don't know. I repeat myself a lot. I hate puking more than anything in the world. The thing I hate second most in the world is feeling nauseous.
Racism.
It's feeling nauseous. No, that's fifth.
Okay.
Feeling nauseous. Most people, maybe not most people, a lot of people, when they feel nauseous, they will make themselves puke, or they're welcome to puke because they know they won't feel nauseous anymore. They'll feel better. I hate puking so much, I don't even want the fucking relief. When it's over, I will acknowledge, yes, I do feel better now, but it doesn't make it worth it.
No, I mean, well, when you puke, it's
the most humiliating,
it's
disgusting experience.
It's a 15-minute window where you feel great before it starts to come back.
I can legitimately say that my greatest fear in life is vomiting.
I don't know if that
anything that you can say, like you'll try to do some common sense. Well, what about this? Because you think I'm joking. I'm not joking. There's nothing more there's nothing I'm more scared of.
That's so weird.
Like if I die and go to hell, it will be just me puking over and over.
I feel like I've died a little bit and went to hell just listening to that. So
a lot of strange stuff coming up on this one. Snappers, pooping, and vomit.
Yeah. I also I see we have one here from Shav Nasty. Inevitably, my wife and baby end up like a giant H.
I mentioned that earlier, where it's like the parents like that and the kid like that. So
the kid and guess where your legs? Guess where that kid's legs are?
My friends at
groin region.
Man, let it go. All right. Wow.
Snap
My
City.
friends at How to Be a Dad, which is a popular parenting blog, they put out a book that was all about the different sleeping positions, and one of them is the H.
Yeah.
There's all different ones because the kids, they're all over the fucking place. Sometimes they're on top of your head.
What have we done? We've made a huge mistake.
This is what our forefathers warned us against.
Yeah.
This is why our parents were much colder, and the children worked in factories and farms.
That sounds so good.
Right? And now guess what? Now those children, they're either dead or they're very rich, or they're poor and have a very good work ethic, right? There's a lot of possibilities. Some of them are black lung.
Okay. Well,
just saying, there's upsides and downsides to both eras. Right?
You know what? That's a really definitive response to that question. So
was it?
Next week on Political Talk with Mike and Pete.
Well, that wasn't. Well, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a class problem in this country.
Oh my God.
You know what?
No. Nope. No, I'm
People
gonna shut
know.
down. All right. Well, I think we're good. I think we covered it.
I think we
got
did
it.
too. So hopefully, if we missed anything, you guys can let us know. Again, you can catch this on YouTube. Thanks to everybody who's already subscribed.
Yes.
We threw out some names today. If you comment on the YouTube page, we'll be asking some questions about the next topic, which I think we're gonna do. We don't know yet.
Well, we're not quite sure.
We're not quite sure.
Yep.
But when we do know, we'll let you guys give some feedback, and you can go to our Patreon page
Yes, please.
where you can subscribe. Did I already say that we're like panhandlers?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are
panhandlers.
very much. Even worse than that.
No, I made a Showtime joke. Those of you in New York City,
It's a
Subway.
Showtime joke. Yeah.
It's showtime.
I get it.
Showtime.
Well, they're not panhandlers. They're
Oh.
offering value. They're
Oh my
entertainers.
God.
We're panhandlers.
I saw someone get just totally destroyed by one of those guys one time. I mean, they're great. They're talented. They're Subway dancers, but someone just got
It's
just
like they're
jacked.
flipping.
Yeah,
and
someone caught the
wow.
foot.
I wish I
on the
would have
face.
seen that. I wish I would have seen that.
Yeah, it was horrible. But yeah, so thank you.
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, Mike. What do we do?
Nah, the pointing thing, I think we shouldn't do anymore.
Okay, let's not do that anymore.
It's
All right.
It's like white dad stuff.
Any more books for our shelf?
I haven't brought any ones. I'm going to bring some. Madonna Sex, I think, is the next one I'm going to get. The page
Perfect.
with either her and Rodman or her and Vanilla Ice. Dead center.
Tight.
Right?
All right, sounds good. Thanks, everybody.
See you next time.